Hey Cancers, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. I did not get those June readings going, so I'm doing these quickies at the end of June. All right, thank you so much for your patience. All right, let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Cancer Collective need to know? Thank you. So this format will be different. Okay, we're starting out with this Queen of, oh God, what is going on? Oh jeez. That's what we're doing? All right, we saved the best for last, I suppose. All right, okay. When I started shuffling this song by Case, I believe, it's some song in like the early 2000s, but it's pretty much, the line was, she's not your friend, that girl. Pretty much, okay, she's not your friend, that girl. I see her, she's listening, she's not your friend, that girl. Okay, now, I don't know, I thought that was just a message for me. But now I'm looking at this reading, and it does seem like there's a judgment call that needs to be had on some deceptive energy in your life, okay? Now, this Queen of Wands, it did come out, it fell on the floor. When it came out, it was like it was this way, reverse, which is not the best. When it fell on the floor, it was upright, okay? I feel like there is we have the Queen of Wands coming out in a verse, the King of Wands coming out in a verse, then we have the Justice card coming out in a verse. There's something that's not quite right about a situation, all right? Now, it does seem like it was something that was like a perceived upgrade. It's something so topsy-turvy about it. It's confusing. It's like it could be good or it could be bad. I'm not sure, you know? That's the energy that I'm feeling. We do have the Five of Swords coming out here. Not the best energy. This is like kind of a, this is like petty. It could be a conflict, you know? It's like when you guys are good, you're good. When you're bad, it's like toxic, you know? There's something like that happening there, all right? And I feel like someone's best bet is just to opt out of the situation, to be honest, because it's like, is it worth it dealing with like someone who is half and half, you know? It's like seeing the potential in someone, but also seeing like the super shadow. The super shadow energy is very prevalent, you know? It's like, okay, but you can be so much better, you know? It's like, do you sit there and wait for them to realize their potential, or do you find someone who's already self-actualized? You know, that's what's happening here, all right? I think it's pretty clear what needs to happen though. So that Judgment card, it's gonna take some strength. Yeah, see, it's a closing of a door here with the Ace of Cups. There can be a tower on the horizon that'll make this very clear as to why it's an injustice, or maybe that... Yeah, I feel like there could be one that's on the horizon, but you can make this tower happen on your own by making the judgment call, okay? It's like you already see the writings on the wall about a situation, and you're like, man, let me just bow out before this gets toxic. Like, you can already see what's happening. Your best bet is to just kind of back off. You don't have to see how that plays out. Like, I feel like that's what's happening here. Okay. Doing this makes me want to stand up. Wow, I don't know why I want to stand up. I just got really hyped right now. Something about this. Okay, this makes me want to stand up. This is really getting me hyped. I'm being very dramatic. Whatever. Listen, some of you guys, you've already learned a lesson. Some of you guys are about to get a test, or you're experiencing a test. Someone is going to come in and you're going to have to practice what you've learned. So let's say if you had a past situation, you had a past relationship where you dealt with a certain type of person, and then you had to learn that drawn out lesson. because maybe you stayed with them for a little bit too long, or you didn't follow your intuition. You're gonna meet another person who is just like that, because you already learned the lesson. And now it's like, how are you gonna deal with it moving forward? Are you gonna set the proper boundaries this time, or are you gonna try and ride it out again? That's what's happening. This has a potential, this is really screwed. This has the potential to kind of negate the healing that you've already done. It can put you back into the old cycle. Now, this can be the same person. It could be an ex that might be coming through, and then you didn't learn your lesson, and now you guys are back into that same cycle. Or it could just be a brand new person with the same type of energy. Whatever the case is, whoever this is, it's a test to see how much have you grown. Like, you've learned a lesson in your mind, in theory, and now it's time to put it into practice. Like, if you've told yourself, oh, I know moving forward, if somebody moves like this, then I'm gonna have to set the boundary like that, just for my own, protecting my own peace, you know, protecting my own energy. And then someone comes in who's gonna overstep that boundary, and then you have to practice what you said you're gonna do. That's what's happening here. Doing that brings a lot of healing, right? It closes, it secures the lesson. Like you feel like that lesson was already learned, but it's like, now this is a final test of it. And then after you really show, like, oh, once you pass that final test, then you get that degree, right? Like, you thought the course was over, and it was like, no, there's one more test. Surprise. Depending on how you pass this test, you know, even though you did all the work, you did all the projects, you learned all the lessons, you committed all the theories to memory. If you fail this test, you will have to redo this course again, all right? It is an injustice. Whatever the situation is, you're gonna have to make a judgment call. Make a swift one. Make a swift one. For some of you guys, see, with that Ten of Wands, it closes out a chapter. You probably thought the chapter was already closed, and this is like the final boss of this chapter. To really secure it, it locks it in. It locks in the lesson for you. And then it really propels you upward. Now, this can be love. This could be friendships. All right. It's definitely a relationship. It's someone that's coming in who's going to remind you of a lesson you've already learned. And you're going to have to, like, you've done this before, okay? So you don't have to take that long to go to navigate the situation. You can easily identify what the situation is and say, nope, I know how to do it. Unlock, blah, blah, blah. You know, do whatever you need to do, and boom, done. It doesn't have to take 6 months to figure it out. This is a situation, when it comes in, you're gonna be able to detect it pretty quickly. Probably not like, some of you guys might be immediately, but what I'm saying is it wouldn't take a long, drawn out, painful lesson or painful cycle for you to figure it out. Then it's just like, what are you gonna do with that? This feels, I don't know why this feels so, it's got me so amped up, but I feel like your guards need to be up with whatever this situation is. It's a little bit of a shitstorm in disguise. It's nothing to be scared of. You've already been through this, and you're gonna be able to see it. Now it's a matter of, do you have the strength to actually set the proper boundaries here, whatever this is. Wow. Some of you guys, it's something in the workplace, okay? Yeah, but this is like the final test, and once you do that, then you finally lock in. See that key? See, either you lock it in, you lock in the lesson, you lock in this new energy, you lock in this new, what is it? I'm trying to put it into words. Yes, you lock in the lesson, but you lock in this new energy that you become, right? Because we could say all day long what we're gonna do when I wish a motherfucker would, right? We could say that all day. But your actions is what makes you that person, right? Your actions is what makes you that person who sets proper boundaries. You could talk about healthy boundaries all day and then still get your boundaries overstepped all day, right? But it locks in this new personality. That's what I feel. It locks in this new coding, this new programming for yourself, where now you know this is what I need to do to set proper boundaries. Putting it into practice, it does something for you. It opens up. It sounds an alarm to the universe that you're ready for more. Now, with that being said, we do have this Emperor coming out. All right? I feel like it sounds off the alarm for a higher level of commitment in love, or whatever, the next step, whatever that upgrade is. Because you've already seen that you're on the other side of this upgrade. Then it's like someone, as soon as you go through this door, this portal of an upgrade, someone's right there with a lesson. And you're gonna have to handle that. And then on the other side of that, it's like, okay, now I'm in my upgrade, if that makes sense, okay? All right. What's the power animal? We have Cow Spirit, miracles are endless. Snake Spirit, time to heal, all right? Once you get past this, like you learned the lesson, now you have to put this healing into practice. You can't be the same person you were before. You can't find someone, this person, this opportunity, whatever this is, it can take you right back into the wound itself. So practice what you've learned, apply the lessons in a real life sense. You're gonna get that opportunity to do that. And then on the other side, all this abundance. It finally unlocks everything that you've been wanting, right? So if this is a blockage when it comes to love, or a lesson in love, then it finally opens up that new abundance in love. If this is about a career, then it finally opens up this new abundance in your career, all right? That's gonna be different for everyone, but this is definitely someone who's coming in. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, but you got this. I don't feel like it's a major, it's slippery, okay? But if you keep your eyes open and you follow your intuition, and you don't doubt yourself, doubt the lessons that you've learned, don't doubt the growth that you've had, you'll be all right. You handle this accordingly, all right? If you had a problem setting boundaries before, and you've learned that, you realize that, but you didn't have an opportunity to practice it, someone's gonna come in and help you. And you're gonna have to practice the boundary setting, okay? I feel like this is very important. It does shift your trajectory. If you set the boundaries, then you win the jackpot. If you don't set the boundaries and you fall back into the old way of being, then you go right back into that cycle and you have to learn that lesson all over again. All right? So, all right. It does feel that important. All right? It's like a timeline shift, timeline split here. All right? Okay. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out that info box below. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.